Have you ever just wished for a magic day? You know, one where anything you want could happen with just a single thought? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down a really charming story called Wolfoo and the Magic Day. And it reveals something pretty cool, that the real source of magic might be a lot closer and way more human than you think.
So the story kicks off with this mysterious little whisper, and right away it sets this really special tone. For our main character, Wolfoo, it's like confirmation of a feeling he already had when he woke up, that something incredible was about to happen. It's that little hook that just pulls you right into his adventure.
And our story begins with a morning of wonder. Wolfoo starts his day with that feeling we've all had at some point, that today is just different. And you know what? That powerful intuition leads him to a very, very strange discovery, right in his own backyard.
And bam, there it is. He finds this small, glowing stone. And the details here just paint this picture of pure enchantment. It's warm, it sparkles, and the second he touches it, it floats. Okay, so this is not just some cool rock. This is a catalyst. It's a magical object that's about to turn his entire day completely upside down.
So with this incredible discovery now literally in his hand, Wolfoo is, of course, just buzzing with excitement. And what's the first order of business? To see what this magic stone can really do.
And at first, oh man, it is pure wish fulfillment. Flowers are blooming on command, broken toys are magically putting themselves back together, even his bubbles are defying gravity. I mean, come on, it is every kid's fantasy come to life. The magic is simple, it's wondrous, and it's bringing nothing but joy.
And right away, he gets this awesome feedback from his sister Lucy. She is just completely amazed. Now, this quote is so important because it validates Wolfoo's excitement. It's that external approval, you know? The thing that makes him feel like a superhero with this brand new power.
But with great power comes, well, a great potential for a huge mess. Having unlimited ability, especially when you don't have the wisdom or experience to go with it, can get really complicated really fast. And that's when the story shifts into a section it calls When Fun Becomes Chaos.
And you can just see the disconnect perfectly here. Wolfoo's intentions, they're fantastic. Fun drinks, easy walking, a nice home for his dog. But the reality is pure chaos. The milk turns into this inedible foam, his shoes have a mind of their own, and the doghouse literally starts dancing. This is such a great way to show that classic lesson. Good intentions without any control can lead to absolute mayhem.
And here it is, that moment of realization. I didn't mean that. It's such a simple line, but it is packed with the weight of all those unintended consequences. The fun is officially over, and Wolfoo is hit with the hard truth that his magic has spiraled completely out of his control. And that's when the sadness and regret really start to set in.
This moment of despair brings us to the absolute turning point of the entire story, a lesson on magic. And just when Wolfoo feels totally lost, his mother steps in with some timeless wisdom that just completely reframes his whole understanding of what he's been doing.
And his mom just offers this profound insight. Magic is not about power. It's about kindness and responsibility. Wow. That one line shifts the entire focus away from just having an ability to the intention and care with which you use it. That's the real difference between just raw power and true influence.
So let's define what the story now calls true magic. It isn't about flashy tricks or, showing off for applause. No, it's about channeling your abilities, whatever they might be, with a genuine wish to help. It's all about purpose over power. So, armed with this new, more mature understanding, Wolfoo makes this really heartfelt wish. I wish to help, not to show off. This is a huge moment of emotional growth for him, and it's this internal shift that changes absolutely everything that happens next. So what happens after this huge wish? Well, we enter the final phase of the story. The kindness that remains. The glowing stone vanishes, and everything goes back to normal. But something way more important is left behind.
So without the stone, Wolfoo immediately puts his lesson into practice. And just look at these actions. They're not grand, supernatural gestures. He helps clean up, he helps with a chore, he shares with his friends. These are small, deliberate, everyday acts of kindness.
And Lucy's reaction here is so crucial. She saw the flashy, chaotic magic before, but now she sees him just being helpful, and she calls that magical. She recognizes that his new, helpful attitude is the real magic. It brings the whole story's lesson full circle, but through someone else's eyes. It's brilliant. And this is really the ultimate takeaway. The story boils everything down to this beautiful, simple statement. The greatest magic is found in being kind and caring, day in and day out. It was never about the floating stone. It was always about developing the character to use your power, whatever it is, for good.
And that just leaves us with this final thought. The story suggests that true magic isn't some fantasy. It's accessible to every single one of us every single day. It's in the choice to help, to share, to care. So the question isn't whether or not you have magic, but what magic will you choose to create today?